Hey guys, I've been on the internet lately and I've noticed a little bit of a trend, and I haven't seen anybody talking about it, but I've seen a couple like little flash sales where different places have different things on sale. I didn't see anybody mention it, so I decided to drop this video in early and get it to you guys so you can see, because there were some good deals and I'm not really sure what they're all about, but hey, if it's on sale, who cares, right? So let's get started. Let me show you what we got. Now, my number one item on here, the best deal. I'm not going to make you wait to the end. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you now because I'm straight to the point kind of person. I don't like waiting. So, but this is an incredible deal. You might have saw one of our last few videos. We use this light. And this is if you shoot outdoor photography during the day, I mean, this is a must-have. Absolutely the best outdoor strobe I've ever used. And it is on sale. So this is it. It is the Neewer 4 Pro 400 watt second right here. And then the back, and this thing is just a beast. And it is on sale for $392. That just blows my mind. It retails for $450 now, which is still an incredible price. But at $392 for a brand new flash to do all that, man, that is just amazing. I may have to get another one, but this is absolutely incredible. If you missed it, the video, it's called Lightning Strikes Once, something like that. Go back and check it out and check out the pictures. This thing is amazing. So anyway, that is our first product that I wanted to show you guys. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the Godox V1 flash. This is a very good flash. You have to pardon the noise if you're hearing the background noise. We have a new member of our team, and she's little and she's new and she's kind of loud, so we'll just let her go. But the V1 flash for Olympus and Panasonic is on sale at, where's this, B&H. It's regular $259. It's on sale for $199, and that is a great flash. That was my number one flash for a long time before I moved up to the Godox V100. But the V1 for $199 is a bargain. And also B&H, we have the Panasonic Lumix G97 with the 12-60 3.5 lens on it. And you can get the whole thing. It retails $925. It's on sale for $697. That's a brand new G97 with a 12-60, which is a 24-120 equivalent lens on it. That is also a great deal. If I hadn't just bought the Insta360, I would probably be considering that right now as a backup for my G9 II. That's an excellent camera. And then we have the Panasonic G100, also at B&H, with the 12-32 lens. Now, the G100 is one of those cameras you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And I had it for a while, and it's a very different kind of camera. It works. When I was first starting to get interested in Panasonic Lumix cameras, because I was with Canon for 42 years, this was one of the first Lumix cameras I tried. And what it did was kind of cool, but the way this one felt, I thought was a little bit odd. But it got me interested enough in the Lumix line to keep going. So when I saw this for this brand new camera and the lens at $599, that's a great bargain for that. Because you can make content, you can do everything with that camera. It's a great little camera. It's not built like a 5D Mark II or anything, but it is really, really good micro four third camera. All right, moving along. And this is the older version of this. This is the Q4 Pro, and this is the Q4. This is the old version, got a different menu. It's on sale for $323, but go ahead and pay a few dollars extra and get this new one because, man, that thing is amazing. This is called the Neewer Basic. These are basically flashlights, but they have gels on them, and I did a video on these a while back. They're very cool for lighting, that's, using the background to light up. If you're making videos, you need a light coming from somewhere. You can use them just about anything, and it's on sale for $38.99. Can't beat that. Next, we have the Neewer NL288 bicolor LED light panel. And it is on sale for $69.24. That's a really good price too. Some of this stuff, I'm really shocked at the prices. This is the Neewer Z3. Now, on the Z1 and the Z2, I liked the flash, but I didn't think Neewer had nailed the TTL yet because my TTL was fluctuating. But the Z3, I had it. They do not make it for my Lumix camera. They only had a Canon version, but I tried it out on my Canon. I believe they have solved the little problem with TTL because it nailed everything. And it is the same, I believe, 100 watt seconds as my V100. So it's just, I think those are the two strongest speed lights that you can get on your camera, and this is half off. So that $299 price is half, so 150 bucks, and you've got the strongest flash on the market that has nailed TTL. Great flash. I would be using it, but they don't make it for Lumix. And I don't use my Canon enough. I got so much Canon stuff already. I don't want to invest in another Canon flash for, I barely use the Canon cameras. All right, now this is the bigger version of this. This is the Neewer Q6. This thing must be like the surface of the sun. It's regular $600. It's on sale for $570. I can't imagine the power that thing puts out. It must be incredible. I thought I'd put it on there. If you just need to carry half the sun around with you, that's a beast. Now this little flash, you think, what in the world are you throwing this little flash in here for? And it's the Neewer Z150, and it's $39.99, but it's half off of that, so it's 20 bucks. $20, yes, $20 for this little flash. And I've got one over there. I meant to get it. And I don't know if you guys like me. I'm a photographer. I never really grew up. If you're working with another photographer and you're playing with flashes, you always, when you're setting up, you always want to try to blind the other guy. As soon as he takes a look at the bag, you're going to pop the flash and blind him, because that's what we do. We're immature morons. But this little flash, yeah, it's not big, but this is one of those flashes that you could mess around with and blind your little buddy with you, because it puts out so much light at $20. Now it's manual only. It goes from full to, I believe, 1/64th of a second, but it puts out a ton of light for $20. Like, it's a great little price. So anyway, I've got one right on the shelf. I should have brought it over here to show you, but I did not. But $20 for a flash, even if it was a flash for that's half as good, would be worth $20. But for $20, yes, get that. That's great. You could use that on a little camera like that Panasonic G100. You could throw it on top of there and have a lightweight little powerhouse setup. So we're moving on to the Neewer CM31 microphones. I have these also. They're regular $149, and they're half off, so $75 for a set of microphones. I've used them. I'd have to look back to see when that video was. I don't remember. But you can look on our site for the Neewer CM31, and it should pop up on there when I reviewed these. So they're good little flashes. Good little flash. I'm sorry, I got flash stuck in my brain. It's a good little microphone set. And this is another. I'm really on the Neewer lately. They're putting out some stuff. This is the Neewer Q120. This is similar to the Godox 8200s, except it's only 120 watts. But it is smaller, and it will give you plenty of power. You carry it around. It's about half the weight of the Godox version. I did a video on this one too, just a couple weeks ago. It's a great little flash, and it is on sale for $196. It's got the new screen. I'll show you. If you can see the screen back here, it's got that new screen that everybody likes. And it's just $196, less than $200 for a 120 watt flash. Works off camera. Great little deal. And I'm not just trying to sell you stuff, guys. You'll notice I'm saying I've got this over here, over there. This is stuff that I like and that I use myself. It's not just stuff I'm throwing. Well, hopefully somebody will buy some of this stuff, because I'm not. This is stuff that I use or I am very familiar with. So I'm not just throwing stuff at you, okay? So as you can tell, I have most of this. And you guys that watch the channel know I'm honest on reviews on things. If you can go back, you can check out. There's some reviews I did in the past that I really had some issues with. I had this one manual focus lens, but when you're manually focusing it, if the problem was if you went too far, the lens just came right off the camera. That was a good deal. So I did not rate that one very well. That was a really bad little lens. It took good pictures if it just stayed on the camera, which is kind of important. But anyway, move on. The Godox V480, this is my backup flash for my Micro Four Thirds. This is it's my main flash for my Micro Four Thirds, which is the backup for my S5 II, which is what we're videoing now. This is very, very similar to the Godox V1, but this one they make for my Panasonic Lumix. So everything else is very comparable. Comparable. What's the word I'm looking for? You know the word. They have two different kinds of heads on them, and the other one is the round. This one's the rectangle. So $169 is not on sale, but I put it on there because it's a good price. And if you're looking for a flash, $169, I believe this stuff is only going to go up in price over the next few months as we go along. I don't see prices coming down on much of anything. Now this, I do not own this. I don't have Sony, but this lens, I've got a guy, I know a guy who has this lens. I got to play with it for a minute. Beautiful lens. I hear people talking about it. I know people that, anyway, it's the Sony FE 50mm f1.8. It's a G Master lens on sale for $1,298. If I had a Sony, if I was in the Sony world, this would be the first lens I would buy. This is the Sony Alpha A6400 on sale for $804.91. Nice little travel camera. And then we have this would be the second lens if I had a Sony that I would buy. This is the Sony 24-70 f2.8, and it is 17% off. It's also a G Master, and it's on sale for $14.99. You could do 90% of everything you need to do with that 24-70 and that 50mm for Sony if you had. And here is a budget version of the Sony FE50 f1.8 lens, and it's only $198, which is a heck of a drop from the $1,298. You could buy, what is that, 6 of those lenses for one of the other one? I don't know. Have to compare that. That's a big price difference. And here is a good, now I was with Canon for 42 years, like, you know, most of you guys know that watch me. I don't just like Canon. I switched to Lumix because I think they're better for what I do at photography and video. If I was just doing photography still, I'd probably still be with Canon. And this would probably be one of the cameras I would be using. This is the Canon R6 Mark II. I used to have the R6. This is the Mark II version. It comes with the 24-105 f4.7.1 lens. Together, it's $2,399 on sale. And the Canon R6 Mark II is one of those good little Canon cameras that has such amazing color science in it. And if you're a beginner, this is a great little camera to start with. This is a Canon Rebel T7. Comes with an 18-55 f3.5.6 lens, and it is on sale for $529. And if you're just learning photography, or you've got a teenager or somebody that wants to get into photography but can't afford to buy a Canon R6 Mark II, grab one of these. You can learn on it. It'll be fun. You can you can go shoot a wedding with this. I mean, it's fine. It's just not an R6 Mark II. Everything you basically need to do with a camera like this for $529. So not a bad deal. I've got this lens too, and it's over there. I got everything's over there. I need to turn the camera pointed over there. But this is the Meike 55 f1.8. I've got this exact lens for my Lumix, and if you see, it has the dial down at the bottom so that you can go from 1.8 to 16. I love being able to do that. It's like in the old days, in the 80s and 90s, when we used to have to dial our aperture that way. These Meike lenses, I think, are headed to be where Sigma and Tamron used to be. Well, it's your third-party lenses. If you weren't going with Canon and Nikon, you'd jump down, you'd probably go to Sigma or Tamron. I think Sigma and Tamron have now moved up to where they're almost equal or as good, or maybe sometimes even better than your brand name lenses. And I think this is one of the companies that's going to become one of the top third-party lens makers. It's called Meike. Yeah, it took me forever. It's called Meike. And I have to think of it because it's going to make you a lot of money. That's stupid, I know, but it helps me remember. It's a 55 f1.8. It's regular $329. It's on sale for $229, which is, I think, the price I paid for mine. Great little lens. I have to show it to you guys. I'm sure I did a video on it. If I hadn't, it'll be coming out soon. So anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to show you. I saw all this stuff on sale. I'm like, nobody's talking about this. So I figured I would. This video is getting dropped in front of a bunch of other videos that I was working on, just because I didn't want you guys to miss out on this sale. But I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. If you use any of this gear, leave a note down at the bottom so everybody can read if you like it, what you think about it. If you hate it, let us know what you think. And I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. You guys have a fantastic day. Thanks.